All right, finally going to be a nice warm day. We're supposed to get up to 58. The only thing is we are supposed to get rain today, but it'll be nice to see some sunlight. I'm actually hoping the rain isn't going to be too severe, because I don't want any condensation if I can help it. It would be nice to be able to air out this van a little bit. I actually meant to buy some Windex before I left work today. I'm going to have to buy some supplies anyway. The cats have the last of their dry cat food, and I got to do something about food because I don't really have anything now. And it's going to be a nice warm day. I should go over to my storage because I need to make some measurements. I have no idea what I'm going to do right now. I know I don't plan on doing much. I am really drained. This work stuff's really starting to wear on me, but at the same time, they just pulled the stock crew in a meeting and told them if you're not on schedule, don't come in because they're watching time again. So my days might be numbered. So I should keep doing this as long as I can. My boss wasn't here today, so it could be as soon as tonight when I come in, he telling us, sorry, I'm tired. It could be as soon as tonight of my boss telling us, hey, no overtime. If you're not on the schedule, don't come in. Or right now on the schedule, I'm listed as only working 7 hours for one day. So probably more like, your set days, only work your set days, which for me would put me back at, 3 days a week? Might be able to squeeze out 4, which isn't, it would really put a kibosh on what I'm trying to get done between now and May. Could I use the break? Yeah. It's not like I do anything crazy when I'm off the clock, but I could use a night where I go, all right, I don't have to be anywhere. I can sleep in, or I can be at the gym, or I can, anything really. I do miss sleeping at Bass Pro. It would be nice to go and make a overnight stay there, but all right, catch up with you to let you know what I'm doing in a little bit. At my storage spot. Fiat's still up there. I'm just getting some measurements. But I am going to take this because I might be bringing something else back with me. This is my unit right here, but I'm a little concerned because this is the unit next to me, and those are all dead ladybugs. If you guys know if that indicates anything, let me know. All right, I got the measurements I needed. I don't think I'll do anything with them today, but I'm gonna start making a plan. But probably by the end of this week, I will try to have something handled. And this is what I'm pushing back with me. So this right here is an old gaming chair, which technically is the right height for being in my van. It swivels, and I actually have a cord that will plug in and it works off the Jackery if I wanted to. I think I even tested 12 volt out on it, but if I really wanted to, I can hook my components up to it. It's got some wear and tear, so I don't feel bad about throwing it in the van. It's something I got from my son, but he says he doesn't need something like this anymore. He has a gaming chair and all that other stuff, and an actual, one of those streamer style gaming chairs. So the reason why I have this, the cats used to lay on it anyway, not so much in the seat itself, but when it was folded down like this in his room, it was like when his friends would come over kind of chair. So Waddles and them would jump up here, so you can see some scratching there because this is where they would sneak and lay. So the cats are used to it, but show you why. And this is the second time this has happened, which, it makes sense, but this is why. The folding chair, the bar that goes here broke again. And most of it's just because, it gets used all the time, gets pressed on, and when I crawl through from the front of the van to the back, I put a lot of pressure on it, and it finally just gave way. Keeping in mind, these chairs are about 10 years old, at least. So, I might get some new folding chairs later, but I'm getting rid of this one today. Alright, I got it in. It takes up more space than I thought it would, but I'm going to deal with it right now. My son says he doesn't really want to keep it, so if it comes to being too much of an issue, then I'll just, you know, get rid of it. But it would be nice. A, it would take the place of the chair I'm getting ready to toss in this dumpster that we're not supposed to use for that. But it would be nice to have a chair I could sit in with an armrest while I'm watching TV. We're just gonna see how it works. I wouldn't even be able to have this in here if I didn't put that piece of wood to extend my floor all the way that we did a few weeks ago. And I think I'm gonna get another piece of wood cut once I get done making the shelving and everything to make it go all the way across the bottom of the floor. That way I can start doing a little bit more with it. I don't know if that's gonna be right away. Testing this chair out is a nice thing. There's a few things at Walmart that I saw that would work well in lieu of a folding chair, but I've got this one in storage and I've had it on my mind. It's one of the reasons I wanted to extend the thing. The chair actually just drops into the base, so if I really wanted to, I get one of those RV chair pole things where people put tables and stuff in, and I could just drop the chair in there if I wanted and take it out when I didn't want to use it and put it somewhere. But that's if I had the wood floor going all the way across. And I don't know if it'd be strong enough to really hold that way. I'd have to make a reinforcement ring underneath. Not anything I need to do right now. All right, let's see if we can get away with, because they don't open for another hour or so. See if I can get away with dumping this chair at the dumpster. Their dumpster already has a bunch of stuff. So that's my goal anyway. Let's go. Let's see here. Well, there's already a lot of stuff here, so hopefully they won't mind. All right. Dumped it off. Looks like someone's unit got emptied out. I got my seatbelt handle here. It is nice to use the app. And away we go, everyone. It is supposed to get up to 58 degrees today. And we're supposed to get some rain as well. The cats are out of dry cat food, and I need to figure out my food situation. So, and I need litter. So all that says I want to go to the other town to go get some shopping done at that Walmart. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it is, for me, it's warm enough not even to wear my jacket. I was getting warm in the storage facility, so I'm looking forward to giving all the propane a break. I'm looking forward to letting the van air out as much as I can, letting the cats enjoy being up in the cab today. I wish I could do more. Like, I would like to do a deep clean of the van and all this other stuff, which is kind of hard during the day on a work day, but I'm also drained. Like, that's just it. Working this job, I just don't want to do much else. Basically, my day, as you guys have seen, pretty much goes, what do I want to do as soon as I get off, or where do I want to end up? What am I going to eat? And where am I going to park to sleep? And on a good day, am I going to make it to Planet Fitness in time to take a shower and everything before I go to work? Which as jobs go, working a job like this every day is not the worst. I know a lot of these new managers that came in, they don't not like me, but they're being pressured to get all this other stuff done, and I have kind of turned what I do into a full-time gig without the real need of supervision. I'm just messing up my words today. Without the real need of supervision, and I don't leave much time for any extras. So when they need people to pull pallets to the back because we're about to open, I'm already doing something. I'm not the guy. And they're trying to pull my coworkers over, which they have plenty to do too. It's just, they're that old school of, you know, I don't want to say no. So they'll go and do something, some special project, but then they get asked why they didn't do the thing they had to tear themselves away from to do. And, you know, that's just how these kind of gigs work. I'm old, so I've worked enough of these gigs to kind of know what things are and aren't. You know, a lot of these guys, this is, you know, maybe even they're older, but it's just their first job working like this. This isn't even my first time working for a Walmart. Last time was 1994, but very little's changed. But the job, I come in, I can kind of do kind of the same thing every day. You know, there's always some kind of variables, and I don't want to see my team be left high and dry, so I will do things to help out and cover them that I know I can do with the time that I do have if I get done with something ahead of time. Like today I got done with a lot of stuff early. The problem was one of the special projects one of the guys had, he thought everyone was going to be coming to help him, and nobody did. So he made a giant mess at the time that I needed to be coming through and cleaning where his mess was. But I was ahead, so all that did was put me back on track after lunch, so I wasn't really worried about it. I don't really want to spend any money today, and I've kind of held out as long as I can, but I clean the litter every evening, right? So I clean the litter at lunchtime like I do, and yeah, they're low, and the litter bottle's empty, so I need a new thing of litter. I gave them the last of their wet cat food because I got that little bag, and it would last them today. But I want to go, if I'm going to get litter, I might as well go and get the dry cat food. And other than that, I want to get some Windex. I think I absolutely need Windex, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do about eating. And when I say figure out, I got to figure out if I want to get something prepackaged, fast food, or I want to cook. Oh, geez, what's going on here? Guy's braking, but there's what the heck's going on here? That old guy literally just stopped on the road. He pulled over after I passed him, but he literally stopped on the road, and he's like looking like under his jacket and everything. So I don't know if he didn't realize there were cars behind him, but this is kind of a busy road. That was crazy. Made it to the Walmart. It's a little overcast over here. I hope the sun breaks over the mountain behind us and gives us some sunlight over here. I don't need the charge, but it would be nice to see some sun. Check that out. That's a Ford van. Looks like it has some solar on the roof, and I think that's a full-blown RV rooftop air conditioner there. Bet you that guy's got some stories. All right, let's go inside and get some supplies. Looks like they're running low today. I think we'll do this one today. And they're almost out of treats. So we'll get this one. With that carpet, I need to get something like this soon. I need something that's cordless, of course, and rechargeable. But my shop vac's good, but it's not quite cutting it for what I need. I kind of like the idea of something with a little head like that. See, that's corded. I'm trying to shy away from something like this because I feel like my shop vac does just as good. I know a lot of other lifers do that. I like the tip of this one. I used to have something like these because, you know, you can take the wand off and shorten it. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward, but good gosh, these prices. What's the cheapest canister? That's corded. I don't think these are corded here. Yeah, I need something like that. I guess I need to look online and see what they have as far as options. Maybe even Ryobi, you know? And if they came in different colors than the two colors I've seen, I'd consider this for a replacement for Waddles' chair, because it actually has storage space inside. This top comes off. Let's see if there's a picture. Huh, thought there was a picture. Take my word for it. So I could, you know, use it for storage as well, because when you live in something small, that's what you want. But I don't like the colors. It's that color and a cream color. That's pretty much it. Grabbing one of these refills. This thing is really a game changer. It's really good at picking up hair, and it works really good on bedding. So love this. This is a refill for this thing that I already have. Oh look, I remember to get Windex. I'm gonna grab a bottle of this 409 carpet spot and stain remover. Basically, it's gonna use it as a carpet cleaner. And since I'm doing some windows, I'm gonna grab another pack of the Viva. This stuff's really strong. I'm gonna grab some Havarti. I really like Havarti, but what's your favorite type of cheese? I'm gonna go with this Oscar Mayer ham and turkey sub kit. Ghost pepper. Only because it's the smallest bottle. I'm trying to find the smallest one. I think we have a winner. Alright, I think that's everything I need, so let's get out of here. Almost forgot to get bread. I mean, I got quite a few items, but after my discount, whew, spent $70.38. Okay, so it's actually colder over here than it is where I just came from. I mean, it might have changed since I left, but I can't see the sun here. But I am going to hang out here all the same. I am probably going to leave early enough to go hit the gym for a shower, though, tonight. But I'm over here. I do need to get some gas, too, so our spending is not over. Looks like today was a $100 day once I get gas, probably. Alright, so this is my switch for my backup alarm. So if you look right here, go in reverse, nothing. Flip my switch. So if I'm in a parking spot like this, it's kind of, you know, I'm right in front, so there are cars on each side and cars behind, just to be on the safe side, even though I got my backup camera on. This gives me all the safety that I can get, right? Like, I'm looking at all my mirrors, I got my backup camera, and I've got a backup alarm. So, say I go and drive, it kicks off. But sometimes I'm in an area where I don't want to do that, or, you know, I don't want to call a lot of attention to myself, and that's when I would turn it off. It's nice to have the toggle capability. Trying to decide where I want to park today. I'm not gunning. I'm really not gunning for any solar, so I'm just gonna park. I think this should be just fine for me. Very far end. Basically, you got that store there that, you know, people basically, they're going into these little small shops. They're just using that first row right next to where the stores are. Walmart's clear over there. That's the closest cart corral, so he shouldn't be coming over here to try to get carts. It kind of divides over there, so I mean, there's not a lot of reason for anyone to come over here. So this is where I'm going to hang for the day. I bought a bunch of stuff to make at least one big sandwich, so I'm going to make a big sandwich. Funny story, when I went to check out, I didn't even notice that my baguette, or whatever you want to call it, had fallen out of my cart. This man had come up, and the young man, he's like, "Hey, is this yours?" And I look at my cart, look at him, it's like, "Yeah, did it fall out?" It's like, "Yep." It's like, "Oh, thanks. I'm going to make a sandwich. So when I get everything together and I don't have bread, I would be sad." So I got to organize some stuff in the back, but I'll see you in the back. I do have the chair in. It swivels. It fits. It does rock just a little bit because it's about this much over that piece of wood that I put down. So I do need to eventually get another piece of wood to go all the way across. But it is nice. It'll do for now. Waddles has been trying to push me off of it though. And I made my sandwich. I didn't bother making a video on making it, but it's got that sub kit. I put some bell pepper, some black olives, Havarti, mayonnaise, mustard. I forgot to put the pickle in, so I'm probably going to put the pickle in once I open this up to eat. But I'm hungry, and I just don't have a lot of room back here right now. I made some more room, but it's definitely a little cramped until I get some stuff organized. Yeah, this is a good sandwich. The sliced red onion. Good evening, everybody. It's after 9 o'clock, and I'm in the next town. Slept really good. It's raining. It's raining off and on. It just started back again. It's not super cold. Like, we don't need the heater running. But I have less than an hour to be at work, so it's time to mosey. Stopping at Buc-ee's real quick because I need to use the facilities. Hopefully I still make it to work on time. Alright. Got Buc-ee's beverage. Essentially paying my tithe for using their facilities. I'm mostly dressed, so I'm hoping that's going to save me. Alright, let's get out of here, everyone. We got 30 minutes for me to be inside and clocked in. Alright, I made it. It's 9:48. I usually like to clock in by no later than 9:51, but I'm going to have to make an exception today because we don't have everything set up yet. Let's go ahead and put our divider up, which means you're not going to see me as easy. And shut off our backup camera. Yay, we remembered. Alright, so grabbing my jacket. like all my work glasses. All right, I've got my Crocs on. I'm gonna bring my work shoes in with me. Got my socks here. And grab my bag. Hoping I can fit my shoes in my bag here. My bag stays pretty stuffed, so. Oh, I know, I got a heat gun in there that they needed to use yesterday. They're still removing those labels. And then they told them they couldn't use Goo Gone anymore, that they had to use Walmart stuff, which all Walmart has is disinfectant spray, which wasn't going to do anything. So we snuck and used my heat gun to get the adhesive off of the metal shelving. Everyone, it was a really nice sunny day. The cats enjoyed being in the cab until they could tell when it's bedtime now, so they kind of migrated and started meowing at me. So I closed the divider, did lights out. They went to all their respective spots. Grable took the gaming chair this time. So it was a good day. I hope that you've had a good day as well. I gotta hurry up and get into work. Still working every day. Not tired, just drained. Till next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Hannibal, rushing but signing off.